But let's wrap it up, and we'll go into our final segment here. And we talked about Anthony Davis, and it's a fantastic segue, so thank you, Dave. You're going to actually be defending him in the segment.
Unfortunately.
It's something that we are going to be talking about here, and we're really going to be discussing who's better because we have had a lot of historic performance so far. Obviously, James Harden's been fantastic. I believe he just put up another triple-double recently. Russell Westbrook.
When hasn't he? Is my question.
Oh my God. Still, whatever.
But he's not averaging a triple-double.
He's not averaging triple-double.
So close.
Russ has obviously been fantastic as well. Anthony Davis, we talked about him earlier. He's been scoring like a monster. And again, finally, I can build up things. DeMar DeRozan has been absolutely fantastic scoring-wise. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be defending.
That's what I was getting to.
Right?
So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be defending DeMar DeRozan and saying why he is the best out of, that's weird saying because I don't agree with it, but the best,
just choke it
the
out,
best out of these three. Dave is going to be defending why Anthony Davis is the best out of these three, and Ricky finally probably has the easiest job, is going to be defending why James Harden has been the best so far in the NBA.
We'll see how it goes.
This is best.
He's gonna intentionally tank this shit. He's the tank commander.
This is best.
Call me Byron Scott.
This is best statistics wise. So again, LeBron James is the best player in the NBA, but at least statistics wise, and so far through
some
the eye
would say
test.
This year maybe James Harden is ununanimously.
Hey, maybe he can make it to third team All NBA. Maybe.
We're going to start off, and I'll start off here with DeMar DeRozan, a guy that I have called overrated, who's currently averaging 34.1 points per game, just put up 34 points in 36 minutes against the Hornets. He's been absolutely phenomenal. And one thing, guys, you need to look at here is his efficiency. We talked about it last year, and if you take away the three-point shot, which he isn't known for doing, he's shooting 16%, which is brutal, but everything else has gone up for him. Field goal percentage, it's the highest it's ever been in his career. Previously, his highest was his rookie year where he shot 49%. He was only taking 6 attempts, though. Right now, 24 attempts. He's at 53 field goal percent-wise. He has been absolutely efficient. He's been fantastic from the free throw line. He's been able to create plays, but even when he's not been able to do that, he's still putting up 34.1 points per game. And Ricky, I know you're going to hate that I'm even saying this, and it might cringe you when I say this, but DeMar DeRozan has put up the most points since Michael Jordan in the 1986 and 87 season.
But he's not Michael, so
he's not Michael, but he's doing something that Michael
He's
has
one of the
done.
sickest mid-range jumpers in the game right now.
He is. He can't do it. He can't do much, but it's kind of saying like Steph. Steph is easily the best three-point shooter in the league, and that makes him one of the best players in the league just because he has something that's undefensible. DeMar DeRozan's mid-range jumper is undefendable pretty much, and really possibly the only people that can do it is Kawhi and LeBron, and that's some pretty high praise there.
Absolutely.
DeMar DeRozan has been the best scorer in the league without a doubt.
I mean, it's hard to argue, and the only thing I could say about that is it's interesting that he's kind of stepped up in that role, and how far back Kyle Lowry has fallen. Like, he's done the graceful thing and be like, all right, I've got a teammate who's popping off every night and is consistently winning us or allowing us to compete in games. And he's like, all right, I'll take my sidestep. I'll let him run it. I will still be the guy who brings the ball up, but I know where that ball is going every offensive possession.
And Kyle Lowry, too, still having a fantastic year, averaging 7 assists per game, almost 5 rebounds, and 17 points. So Kyle Lowry, I mean, it's just going to help his bank as well. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, outside of the last year he had in 2015, 2016, he's still on it. This is one of his best seasons in his career so far. So.
It's a step off from last year where they had 2 legit all-star guards.
But I still say Kyle Lowry is an all-star guard. Just DeMar DeRozan's taking a little bit more of a handle, taking more of a spotlight. That's why DeMar DeRozan has been the best player in the NBA so far.
Can DeMar DeRozan keep it up? Is this sustainable? Is this a 30-plus season for him?
He hasn't taken a step back from him. I think that DeMar DeRozan can average at least 29 points per game this season.
He's also laughed at that exact question in DeMar DeRozan. That's what Dave was kind of going at.
I'm not picking at anything. I don't know what you're talking about,
The
Ricky.
video of DeMar DeRozan laughing for 11
Oh yeah. Is this
seconds?
unsustainable? And it's just him laughing at all the reporters. I mean, it was fantastic. He's not taking himself too seriously. I think he's just enjoying the ride, and I think that's what you gotta do. Like DeMar, when he made that, I'm gonna be the greatest player in Raptors history. I'm not going to the Lakers because they've got all these already built up legacies. I'm gonna do it here. I was kind of like, yeah, sure. You're just shying away from the spotlight. You don't want to be compared to Kobe. and now he's going out there and he's just killing it. So credit due.
Now he's being compared to Jordan in Sean's mind.
I'm not saying he's being compared to Jordan. I'm just saying statistically.
Set him in the same
Baited
sentence.
into it.
Well, Ricky, I'm not saying anything that's inaccurate. Statistically, he has done something that Michael Jordan
Is
has
the only other person.
only other person and hasn't done since 1986.
Did I say anything incorrect? I just said you set him in the same sentence.
Yep.
I have,
Yeah,
and that's a
that's what I
fact.
said.
And what I said was also a fact.
that's what I
and
said.
Just saying, I'm not lying.
Go ahead, Dave.
Fair enough. All right. So I got my boy on the worst team in the league. Literally, he can't drag them kicking and streaming.
Is he your boy?
One win.
Is he your boy,
He's
or
not
are you
my
just
boy, but
trying
I'm
to
taking
say
him
it?
today. I'm taking him right now for this segment.
I'll give
Anthony
you
Davis.
I'll give you my boy because
I could talk for an hour and a half about the
Defend
greatness.
Anthony Davis.
Oh my God.
Go.
Anthony Davis is one of the most unique physical talents we've seen in the NBA. He's a generational talent. He's one of those guys who, when he comes around, regardless of these minor injuries, you want to say he's injury prone, but really nothing consistently has been broken on him. It's little things, and they're playing cautious about it because guess what? They can't fucking compete anyway, so why risk his health when they're not competing? I understand that logic. I'm sure fans hate it. He's had one bad game this whole season, and even that game, he stuffed the stat line. Look, he's going out there and absolutely killing it. He's still averaging like 31 points a night, 11 boards, 3 blocks, over 3 blocks, almost 2 steals. It's ridiculous how much one man can carry this team. His shooting percentage is outrageous. His free throw percentage is very good this year. There's no category. There's one category here he's not leading the Pelicans in, and that's assists, and he's close. He's not that far off. He's doing everything else for this team. There's no man who's carrying more dead weight than Anthony Davis.
But they are not 6-2 in the Eastern Conference, and that's why DeMar DeRozan is a better player.
I mean, the record's hard to argue with, but at the same time, DeMar DeRozan has another all-star on the team. Anthony Davis is dragging a bunch of small children kicking and screaming.
To 1-8. Just saying.
He's going to go out there and get himself another draft pick so he can have an all-star with him next year.
DeMar DeRozan is the best player
It's
in the NBA
strategic.
right now.
Think about this. NBA-wise, Anthony Davis knows his team is so bad that he's going to get them a top draft pick, so that way they'll be able to compete in the future when he's in his prime.
And possibly get an MVP this year. Anyways, Ricky,
There's a chance.
defend your boy. Defend James Harden.
I don't think I've got the easiest job because this is the guy who can go out there, score the most points on the team with like 41 against the Cavs. He can go out
Or
there
my guy can score the
and
most points in the league.
He can average, because you score the most points in the league.
Did I not open
Doesn't
up
mean
with
you're
a
6 and
50 and
2?
a 45? Did that not happen?
Have I done it
means right
consistently
now.
and averaged 35 in my first 3 games and averaged 33 in my next 2?
Hey, you guys got your time. Let me have my time. But this is also a guy, he's not a point guard. He's going to go play point guard, 17 assists, 15 assists, 15, 12, 15, 15. Only 2 games where he had under 10 assists this season, and those were both against the Dallas Mavericks.
And not
Maybe telling
to help
yourself
you,
something.
but he sort of should have had the assist numbers, but his team can't fucking shoot sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes you can't. And that's, Dave, that's a great point. I'm going to go into the Cleveland game. This is a game where he had 41 goddamn points, had a plus 10 point differential, and the only reason he lost was, Cleveland had K-Love and Kyrie and LeBron and JR. So they had more players, and he didn't have a fucking team behind him. Yeah, I know Ryan Anderson had 12, Ariza had 11, Gordon had 16, but K-Love and Kyrie and JR scored more than those scrubs, and Harden put down 41. He put down 41
I just want to say,
against the Cavs.
I just want to
NBA
say,
champs.
DeMar DeRozan put up 32 and only lost by 3.
I literally can't smile hard at Ricky talking positively about James Harden over here. I am just loving this.
Here's the little,
ear to ear.
Here's the little cherry on the top, though. The biggest thing for James Harden is, can he carry this team, and can they win, and can he carry them to a championship? That's the only negative. Don't think he can.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyways,
That's fair.
tell us who you think is better out of these 3 in the comments. I think this was pretty fun. This was pretty successful.
It actually was.
We might have to do this a little bit more often. But anyways, tell us who you think is the best out of these 3. I'm still sticking with DeMar DeRozan. 34 points per game is utterly ridiculous. And they're 6-2, second in the Eastern Conference, only behind the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are the defending NBA champions. But Ricky, you made a phenomenal argument for Mr. James Harden. Dave, you made a phenomenal argument for Anthony Davis. Again, tell us in the comments who you think is better, DeMar DeRozan, Anthony Davis, or James Harden. Again, LeBron's the best player in the NBA, but statistically wise, LeBron isn't up there just because LeBron coasts. But anyways, that is going to wrap up this long episode of the Fast Break Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on Blog Talk Radio, thank you so much. We checked our numbers, and holy crap, we are proud of them. Thank you so much for helping us get us there. Also, do not forget to check us out on Twitter. That should be in the description. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, and also don't forget to check out patreon.com/mostvaluablepodcast if you want to help us improve the quality of these videos just a little bit more. And also, if you want to see some video podcasts more often, that's where you will help us. And also, if you want to see us push Ricky Widmer down a snow hill in a wheelbarrow,
it's not going to happen.
In a wheelbarrow,
not going to happen.
That's where you're going to help us there. We'll see about it. But anyways,
it's not.
For Ricky Widmer, Dave Oster, I'm Sean Anderson, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for not ragging on what's up this week.
Damn it, I forgot.
Thank you for listening to this MVP podcast. Follow us on Twitter at Most Valuable Pod for more great podcasts.